A tranquil wetland swamp, untouched by the hands of human progress. Life goes on as it has since the dawn of time. Now, let us fast forward into our present day and age. This is the same swamp, but it is being affected by what we commonly call acid rain. It is a problem that we have escalated, and in order to stop it, we must first understand it.
Hello and welcome to our little discussion on acid precipitation, its attributes and its effects. My name is Professor Izzy Koffler, a researcher from the Great Lakes Forest Research and Education Center, and I will be your guide throughout this educational video. First off, I wish to discuss the basics of acid precipitation. In layman's terms, what is it? You say the words acid rain to an average person on the streets, chances are they will tell you the same thing. What is acid rain?
Isn't it that stuff that melts you when it touches you?
Do you guys know what acid rain is?
Oh yeah, it's like that stuff in Dante's Peak, man.
Yeah, grandmother gets in the lake, her legs melt off. It's so awesome.
Do you know what acid rain is, sir? So the general consensus about the effects of acid precipitation would look something like this. This, of course, can't be farther from the truth. The reason that people believe that what you just saw was an effect of acid rain is because of its name. Acid rain makes people assume too quickly that the precipitation is not composed of water, but of some strong substance that could melt on contact. But what is acid rain, and what is it made of? Beside me is the acid rain compound modeler of science. Using these, we will model the compound that makes up acid precipitation. The full name of what makes up acid rain is dihydrogen carbonate. This compound is made up of 3 oxygen, 2 hydrogen, and 1 carbon molecule. This compound is formed when the sulfur and nitrogen oxides found in emissions combine with dihydrogen monoxide, or water for those who haven't studied chemistry, to form sulfuric and nitric acids. Now there are 2 types of acid rain that are known to scientists: wet deposition and dry deposition. Wet deposition refers to all liquid forms of acid precipitation: rain, snow, fog, and etc. This is the most damaging of both forms, leaching into water systems and contaminating surface waters and soils. This in turn affects the food chain in a cascading chain effect. I shall use this diagram to illustrate what I mean. The acid rain enters the lake and is introduced with the fish population due to microscopic organisms. These fish are then consumed by carnivores like birds, humans, and other giant ant-like creatures? Let's just go with that. Anyways, the strength of the acid is affected by numerous things. The acidity of the water, how easily the soil repels the acid, and finally the organisms that rely on the water in the first place. The other kind of deposition is dry deposition. This occurs when acidic material combines with dust and or smoke and then falls to earth, like nuclear fallout. The material then sticks to objects like trees and cars and usually are washed off into the water system by rain. What is even more interesting is that this is a more potent mixture of acid and water than wet deposition. In other words, dry deposition is more dangerous. So how does one prevent acid rain from causing health problems to organisms and ecosystems alike? Here at the GLREC, we have tested various ways and have come up with some interesting conclusions, with some proving to be effective and others
I'm okay.
Being proven to still have some bugs. Method number 1. Cleaning up smokestacks and exhaust pipes. As most of you are aware, emissions from factories and cars, especially the one behind me, are major contributors to air pollution. In fact, the burning of coal alone accounts for most of the United States sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide amounts. The solution to decreasing and even eliminating these toxins is to install scrubbers. These chemically remove the harmful compounds in the gases and release nearly pure oxygen into the atmosphere. Method number 2. Restoring a damaged environment. Acid rain affects various parts of an ecosystem, and the only way to restore it is by restoring water bodies nearby. One of the ways this is done is by dumping limestone into the water, known as liming. Limestone is a good acid neutralizer, or base, as it contains calcium. In fact, it's actually calcium carbonate, which is found in most bases like soaps and bleach. This is also why limestone statues and tombstones fade away. The acid rain touches it and takes little bits of the structure away as it destroys the acidic material, basically wearing it away. And finally, method number 3. Take action. There are many things we as individuals can do to prevent acid rain from getting any worse. You can turn off lights, televisions, and other appliances when not in use. To reduce gas emissions, try carpooling, walking, or even riding your bike. Bicycle. The final and most effective thing we can do is be informed about the effects of pollution and the ways to stop it. This way you can find your own unique ways to combat acid rain and other environmental problems. Well folks, that about does it for me. Thanks for watching.